listening to a podcast, Black Lodge Trivia Night. I've never heard so many game aspirations in my life. We are live. Yeah.
Well, hello there, and welcome to Black Lodge Trivia Night. Tonight, we are down one of our fair compatriots. He's down in Nashville or something. Actually, I think he's just boning the wall or something. I don't know.
I heard it was the World Championship of Birding.
I heard too. Yeah, him and Sean Bean are toe to toe right now.
Exactly.
And Sean Bean dies in everything. So that's what's going to happen at the end of the podcast. So, but yeah. I'm sorry. I stole your open. You're the one running the shit tonight. And I stole your Black Lodge Trivia Night. Cold open, man.
That's okay.
Fuck? Oh my
Welcome
God.
to Black Lodge Trivia Night. Obviously, like Patrick alluded to, and as you can see, because you have eyes, I don't want to assume. Matt's not here tonight.
Canceled.
What's that?
I said, way to get us canceled.
Yeah, we're done.
There are two viewers that don't have eyes.
Right. So we're going to be shooting the shit and doing a little bit of damn fine coffee. We've got a couple things lined up. One of them is a surprise that Patrick doesn't know about.
I'm ready.
The others kind of just kicking the tires a little bit, taking a couple of questions from the Discord. And
very good.
But before we get into that, are you ready for tonight's trivia?
I'm always ready for tonight's trivia.
All right, here we go. So we are now entering into the back half of spooky season.
Yes.
So we've got the appropriate accoutrement.
We do have a accoutrement tonight.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by Orange Blossom Candles.
That's right. And I'm doing East of the Sea from the Lord of the Rings collection that I bought.
What does that smell like?
It smells like a little vanilla-y. It's not like the Strider's junk, which is it's not literally that, but it's the Strider something, which is like a little more earthy and foresty.
Strider's ass taint.
Exactly.
Yes,
it's
excellent.
Not that, but it's got a little vanilla. And what was your candle again?
Well, I don't actually know it. It says pick of the bunch, and it looks like apple blossom. It smells apple blossomy, or excuse me, orange blossomy. I don't know.
There we go.
It was a cool 10 at Hobby Lobby, and I said, I need a new candle. So
nice. Very nice. Treat yourself.
My wife looked at me like I was insane. so,
Anyway, tonight's trivia question. One of the hottest parts of Matt's other podcast was the fuck, marry, kill questions that came up from some genius who kept submitting them.
I think I know the guy.
Yeah, he's a little weird.
A little bit. That's all right.
What we're going to do for tonight's trivia is we're going to take fuck off the table.
Okay, so just marry, kill.
And you're just left with a harder marry, kill choice. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
As alluded to, we are entering into the back half of spooky season, which means we're sort of in like a no man's land of college sports. Marry, kill.
Indeed.
Auburn football, Auburn basketball.
Oh, marry basketball, kill football. Easy.
Oh, that was easy. Oh, I did not expect that to be easy.
That's a super easy. Yeah, no, take it behind the shed and shoot it. Like,
interesting. Is it just because you're a fan of basketball more, or is it just because the football team doesn't win as many championships, or what is it?
So it's not about the championship thing, although we have been dreadful for since basically I graduated. No, basketball it's faster. College basketball's faster. You can set a stopwatch to it, right? And you're like, okay, it's been 2 hours. The game is done.
Yeah.
There's something always going on the TV, right? Like, or if you're at the game or whatever, like there's not minutes and minutes and minutes of downtime between action. You get more. I'll get some crap for this. You get more character in it, right? Like there's not 11 guys per side, it's 5 guys per side, and a coach that's right there on the field or on the court right there basically with them. So
right.
And we had one of the best, most characterful coaches until this most recent season with Bruce Pearl. And he decided to retire suddenly the day before spring practice began.
Whoa.
Which was the whole thing. And his son took over because nepotism is great. And so now Stephen Pearl runs the program, and he's a bit of a character too, but not quite as much as Bruce was. It was
Okay.
very entertaining watching Bruce. He was a man of the fans and a man of the people. And like, I mean, we'd see him around campus and stuff. Like, I've sat next to him at a movie theater when I was in Auburn. Like, and that's probably why I started liking basketball, is just because Bruce Pearl was such a charismatic, just all around nice guy. Nut job, complete nut job, but wonderful nut job.
Yeah.
And yeah, and football's just kind of boring these days. Like, even exciting football is just kind of boring. Where basketball
Yeah.
also has the greatest event outside of the Masters in sports in March Madness.
Yes.
So that's my screaming cold take, is that basketball vastly superior to hand egg.
That is interesting. I expected that to be a little more but I like that you came hot right out of the
straight out with the hot takes. And
nice.
Actually, if you want to take it another deeper layer into the depths of Auburn sports, we are 10 or 11 times national championships, national mascot champions. Bobby the Tiger has won the national mascot championship like 11 years in a row, because our tiger is a real tiger and he kicks ass. Our equestrian program has basically been unbeaten for like 4 years.
Wow.
Auburn golf, we didn't win the SEC championship this year, but we had the best individual player 3 years in a row now.
Okay.
We won the national championship last year. Tennis is playing for a national championship, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, so we like sports, just not the ones that have lots of money. So, it's fine.
Nice. Very nice.
It's fine. So,
all right. Well,
what else you got for me?
That's nice trivia, but I was going to now start getting into some of the questions. Because I feel like you haven't been here for a Discord question sesh.
I have not.
And we have a couple. Thanks to those who chipped in. The first one, let's get started on the first one, because the first one
is
from Strange Loop, and you know the question ahead of time, but Strange Loop asks, what's the ideal number of whiskeys per RPG play session? As you shotgun that.
See, that's why those are dangerous, because it just goes down. That's why I bring 2. It depends. What are you playing? You playing something serious? And I'm not just talking like system wise. I know I don't usually stop myself on Thursdays when we record, but if we were sitting playing something, well, I take that back. I think I did tone it down a couple of times when we were playing the spy thriller, just because it felt like it needed more attention, and there were other nights where I absolutely cut loose in that, so it doesn't really make sense. But like, I wouldn't play, when I played RuneQuest 2 years ago, those were not drinky game nights. Like, we goofed around, it was goofy, but if you had more than a couple of beers, like, you literally couldn't function playing that game. I mean, I would be like, what?
Right.
So, but for all the shit that I play, like, Morkborg or Savage Worlds or whatever, 3, 4 tops on a game night.
Interesting. And
it's a school night, so yeah,
Yeah, and I was about to say, like, RuneQuest will pull you under the water if you get too.
Yes.
That's a heavy rule set. GURPS, I wouldn't want to.
GURPS is like water and black coffee. Like, that's what you're going to be drinking while you're playing GURPS.
Yeah.
I can feel Duck somewhere getting ready to give some smart ass comment about that. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think for me, so here's sort of my unpopular take. I'm not actually a huge drinker. So I would max out at 1 regardless of what I was doing most times.
Sure.
But especially because I will say this, I genuinely, and I've said things to this effect before, like, I genuinely am dying to find out what happens. And so I sort of lock in a little bit. I've never been like, I've had friends who are like, hey, you want to get stoned and go see the movie? Like, actually, no. I want to. I want
Yeah,
to
you
like.
want to watch a movie.
I want to
Like,
get in. Yeah, I want to somehow get immersed in. And so
Mhm.
usually when we're doing this, I'll have a drink. This is a little different though,
Sure.
because I've got two pieces of software recording. I'm watching the framing on a VTT. Like, so there's other things
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to, but even so, like, I think just one, because I'm an introvert and it helps me loosen up a little bit. But then after that,
Yeah.
I mean, not that I've never gotten trashed, but
Sure. So say we all.
yeah. But after that, in this type of environment, I think I'd want to be able to sort of lock in and appreciate, what's going on with the story.
Excuse me, I should remember to mute myself on a cough. So apologies for that. We'll take care of it in post. It's fine.
Yeah.
And by
will.
we, I mean,
Matt.
yeah. Matt will take care of it. Yeah, I mean, it goes back to, I think, one of the very first things we talked about a long time ago too, is like, what are we here for? Right. Like,
right.
And this is, for me, like, this is my bar. Like, we go, we hang out, this is about shooting the shit. We if it wasn't RPGs, we'd be sitting playing, Liar's Dice or something on a greasy ass bar, like, or backgammon on a alley street. Like, it's for hanging out with the boys and, having a couple of drinks and just getting away from it all for a little bit. So, but that's me.
It's whatever that amount is to unwind. That's, I think, what you're describing is the right amount for me. Yeah. It's not like we're looking to have the cops carry us home or something. We're just looking to take the edge off, relax, shoot the shit. Yeah.
Yep. Now, there are some nights, I will admit, I think, we've been doing this 3 years now. There's probably a handful of nights where I've gone into them either letting you guys know or not beforehand. Like, I'm going to get fucking trashed playing tonight.
Yeah.
And those have been successful nights, I think. But, those are few and far between. Thankfully, my liver thanks us.
I will say, I think there are, like, I genuinely love English Eerie. Obviously, we've done it multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a game you can go for it. Like, if you wanted to get trashed in that might be a fun one to do it, because it's so narrative driven and so reliant on.
Pretty sure that is one that I got trashed on. Pretty sure.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I was pretty sloppy on one of them.
Very that. Yeah.
That one, like, I mean, I guess any game, if you go into it with the right group of people and the right mindset, knowing ahead of time, like Call of Cthulhu, when we played it, I mean, obviously it's crunchy and things, but had we really wanted to, in that stupid town with the stupid rats and the stupid fucking thing, we could have gotten absolutely white girl wasted and played the shit out of that. And I would be still screaming about haggis and things, like, or the printer, right? Or the mail. Like, so,
but it's interesting that you said that you locked in a little bit more for the spy one, which, because it started making me think, like, why is that? But not that game ended up being super rules heavy, but I do feel like there were a lot of moving pieces with the narrative. So I could see, at least on my end, I would I need to be a little sharp to remember everything that's going on.
Well, I think it's just like a topical thing, right? Like, for instance, I was homesick 2 days this week, right?
Yeah.
And one of the days, I just sat around and watched movies all day. And I was in a historical movie, kind of, war movie kind of mood. So I watched The Tank, which was fine. It was a little bit heavier than I expected it to be. The German The Tank on Amazon, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Good.
Okay.
Very good. Took a totally unexpected left-hand turn, like 2/3 of the way through the movie, and I'm like, oh, so this is The Sixth Sense. Okay, cool. But so that was fine. That was, if I was not sick and if it was in the evening, I probably would have had a couple of beers with that. But then I watched Nuremberg after that, and I'm like I was doing other things, like I was playing on my computer or whatever, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm going to set that down, and I'm going to set everything down. I'm going to watch this movie. Like, this is not something that you fiddle around with. Like, I'm going to sit here and watch this movie, which, fantastic movie, excellent, well done. Didn't get a lot of hype, at least that I saw coming out in the theaters, but man, it was really good. So
Yeah.
we've turned into a movie review podcast now. But
because I was about to say, I also Russell Crowe in Nuremberg, really good.
Might be one of his best.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And yeah, very, very good. And Remy, what's his face?
Remy Malek.
Yeah, he was great. And then I can never remember. I really like the guy who played Chief Justice or the Supreme Court Justice.
Oh, Dylan Baker, maybe something like that.
Yeah,
he's
great in
character actor that's been in everything. Yeah,
he's great in everything that he's in. I really like him. So yeah, it's great. All-star. Really, really enjoyed that. So
now I say that with confidence, but I do not remember if that was actually Dylan Baker. But I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to go with it.
We're just going to roll with it.
Yeah.
On movies, and to derail this real quick, how are you feeling about The Odyssey coming out this year?
I am very, very curious. I will say this. Christopher Nolan, I don't know what when he was doing his early stuff, the one about the movie that's told backwards, why can't I, his sort of big breakout one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he followed it up with Insomnia, and then he followed that up with the one about the magician. Again, I'm blanking.
Not The Right Stuff, Jesus.
No,
and not The Prestige.
The Prestige, and also the 3 Batman movies, and then Interstellar. I'm like, and Leonardo DiCaprio, where everybody goes backwards in the dreams.
Inception.
So like that whole run, I was like, oh my God. I love everything this guy makes. And then he made Dunkirk.
Yep.
And Dunkirk was the first time where I was like, that was very good. And I think he's starting to get too clever by half with his manipulating time. Yep. And then it went further in Tenet. And then I thought he was doing too clever by half things in Oppenheimer, even though Oppenheimer is quite good. But he's like,
I really, really enjoyed Oppenheimer.
Yeah, we're going to do certain parts in black and white, and then it's going to mean this and it's going to mean that. And I'm just like, dude, you don't need to
just make the fucking movie.
Yeah. You don't need to think so much about what is time. Like, you just took shrooms and then started writing, you just like tell your goddamn story. The Odyssey, right. I could see him getting back to like, I mean, if he does like this part on the boat is 1 week and this part on the thing is 3 years, I'm just going to like fucking stop. But if he just tells the story of the Odyssey, I think there's nobody I'd rather take a crack at it.
Yeah. I can't tell which movie I'm more excited for this year and there's not many this year because I don't get to go to the theater often, and there's not been very much good stuff. And I'm sure you agree with me there lately. Between the Odyssey and Dune 3, let's put a bow on it. Let's be done with it. And I mean, it's just going to be fucking great. It is. So
yeah. And what I'll say is this, for me personally, I think I'm more excited for Dune 3 only because as a film nerd who went to film school and has a master's degree in film, what Denis Villeneuve is doing, I find way more interesting at the moment than Christopher. Like they're neck and neck, but like ever since I've seen, did you see Sicario? Yeah, I was just like, oh shit, who is this guy? Because like a lot of this seems pretty rote, but like that border scene when they're all like whipping guns out, like that is some tight, like who is this guy? And then everything I've seen since, like Arrival, like breaks my heart in ways that I did not expect.
Arrival is so good.
And then of course the Dune movies,
good.
Blade Runner 2049, like is standing on the shoulder of giants, but I felt like in a lot of ways improved on the original.
Sure.
And even his one where The Prisoner, where it's about a kid getting kidnapped, just really like everything he's done. Yeah,
top notch.
Just top notch across multiple genres. And then he's doing I thought he was supposed to be doing Rendezvous with Rama. And he's doing the next James Bond movie. So it's sort of like,
is he doing the next James Bond movie?
Yeah, so I like it's just I just find him fascinating. And so in that regard, Nolan's a little clinical, I think, in some ways.
Well, and he's been around just has Villeneuve been making movies as long as Nolan? I don't feel like he has been, or has he?
He might not have been as big, but yeah, I think he must have come after Nolan. But like, I can't see Nolan making Arrival. It's too emotional. It's too, but he can make the clockwork stuff like Inception and
sure.
Interstellar is pretty heartbreaking at times, but that's about as close as
Interstellar. That might be his most emotional movie he's done. Although Inception has moments too. I mean, it
does.
They all pull on the heartstrings.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Maybe I'm just a monster. Anyway, so which one were you leaning more, Odyssey, or were you leaning, or you really couldn't? It's a toss up.
It's toss up, but you asked me this week. Right now, it's Odyssey.
Okay,
just because. But it'll be Dune 3 next week, and it'll be
yeah,
whatever. But fuck, man, both of those look so good, and those will be the two big ones this year for sure. I don't even know what else is coming out this year, but that's not a listener question.
No. So let's get to the next. The next listener question is actually from, you mentioned Duck. Duck asked, he has a couple of them. He said, can you provide GPT with a synopsis of your shows? Because I don't want to listen to Art's voice. So there's twofold. One, I absolutely get it.
Yep.
Two,
we do too, Duck. We get it.
Yeah, we all get it. We're all there with you. I felt like YouTube offered AI synopses somehow. I know they have a transcript built in with AI. I will say I don't think I would ever feed it to ChatGPT, but I'm sure somebody could download it and do the same. I just have like a very shitty feeling. I don't want to give them my content to then go be able to create a role-playing game podcast based on mining our bullshit, but I can't stop other people from doing it. But I do get
I was about to say I'm pretty sure I've done that.
To for our podcast, like get a recap on a gaming session or other people's podcasts.
Yeah, I think I did at one point, and it might not have been us. It was but it was the one that I had. It was the Black Ice or whatever, the one that came from ChatGPT.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm much more likely to use it for that when I'm the GM and I take terrible notes during play. So I'm like, oh God, what did Art do? And then I'm like, I took the transcript and dumped it in. I was like, hey, what happened? And because it was either that or it was go and listen to us listen to me babble on for 2 hours. Like I enjoy listening to you two guys talk, but when it's me running the show, it's like, oh fuck, I don't want to listen to that again. So I don't know why anybody wants to listen to me anyway. So
and to be fair, it's our podcast, and if you give it, if I give it to AI, that's my call. It's my podcast. It's not stealing from me. I gave it to it. So yeah. All right.
Duck, we're working on it though. If we could replace him, we would.
In a heartbeat. Yeah.
We're waiting for Zendaya to call.
Ooh, now that I would step aside. Like I'd be like, you know what? I get it.
Yep. It'll be Sean Bean and Zendaya running the podcast here soon. It's going to be fine.
Oh man. So
yep.
Duck asks another question. He says, if I post a question but never listen to the episode, did it even get asked? And I think this question, if I may put on my philosophy at Hamilton College hat, the answer is yes. The question was asked. You asked it in writing. Now, I think what you're actually getting at is, was the question answered? If you don't hear the answer, is that the tree in the forest and no one's there to hear it? So that's, in my mind, that's was it answered if he never hears the answer?
So my philosophical take on that is yes, because he put energy into it. The universe asks the universe itself if he is part of the universe, and it asked the universe if the question was going to get answered. And we, as part of the universe, have answered the question. We're putting it out on the internet. The space or the radio waves and things are going to carry it into the abyss, so that when everything goes black and there's nothing left but interstellar static, yes, Duck, at some point in that some tiny microscopic dust particle, there will be that question being answered until the next Big Bang or until we all die. I mean, we'll all be dead then anyway. It's fine. So
Yeah.
there
Also,
you go.
just ask ChatGPT. It'll tell you that, yeah, there's an answer.
Yeah. Download the transcript and
Yeah,
throw
it'll
it
be
in there.
fine.
It's fine.
And then finally, what's the definition of open ground in ASL? I don't play ASL, so I don't play Euros. So
yeah.
So
Is it the green? Is it the green ones? I think it's the green ones.
I think it's the green meeples. Yeah.
Yeah. So is that before or after you draw the bird card after laying eggs?
It's something like that, and then you pass the stick story wise, and it's a little soft.
And then did you change how many wheat did you get for the sheep?
I think you got 3 open grounds for that.
Oh shit!
So I guess that's your answer.
That market is so it's 3 open grounds.
Right.
That's how much one open ground is worth.
Yeah.
Is 3 open grounds.
All right.
That's the exchange rate.
So that covers the Discord question. So thank you guys for writing in. I had a couple of questions myself.
Okay.
Did I jot them down so I remember what they are? So this is sort of like they go together, but a couple of damn fine coffees ago, I talked about getting horny for RPGs. Because I through some of our Discord chatter, I was like, I think Matt and I are on different wavelengths here. So I wanted to ask you, Patrick.
Yes.
Do you, like, before you sit down for this Thursday night thing and we're about to hit a session, are you getting horny for RPGs during the week, or is it something that comes on right before and then the rest of the week you're so busy, you got 2 young kids, you got that it's not even on your radar?
No, I'm definitely, it's a throughout the week. And it's not just, it's, I got to split time, like you said, kids, work, other hobbies, but I definitely, the peaks of horn are right after we finish the session and right before we start a session, right? Like those are when I'm most excited for it, but there'll be random spikes throughout the week. There's a base horniness level throughout the week, right? And then we spike up, depending on what, like if I see something cool on Facebook or see something cool on one of our Discord or hear about somebody talking about something, or YouTube playlist pulls up some actual play from somewhere. Yeah, I'll be like, oh damn, like I really want to play that. Or I'll watch a movie or a TV show or read a book, and I'm like, oh, that would be a really cool session, or that's a really cool story element I can take and drop into something else, right? Like, or even playing a board game or a war game. I'll be like, oh, that was a really cool story. I wonder how that would play out in XYZ system, right? Like, I'm making posted across a couple of different Discords. I'm getting ready to play or start learning and setting up SAS Rogue Regiment, which is based off of SAS Rogue Heroes, the show, which is based off a book, which is based off of World War II memoirs and things. Anyway, so I built a little SAS commando.
Very nice.
And I started looking at the rules, and I'm like, damn, this really makes me want to play like a Savage Worlds World War II game, or something like that. And so it's I get to writing down ideas, looking at the board game. I'm like, okay, well, this is all fine and dandy. Like, this is great, but man, there'd be a lot more choices if it was an RPG, right? And here he comes. What's he pulled off the shelf?
Have you ever heard of
Section
The Secret
D?
Files of Section D?
No, but I'm intrigued.
Savage Worlds.
Yes.
Espionage role-playing in a world on the brink of war. So I think it's sort of like in the lead up to World War II, but I think you can take it into World War II. And it's like, what's that?
I said incredible. I'm here for it.
Yeah. So anyway, I was just curious if there is some weird Savage Worlds World War II out there for the picking.
It's you find inspiration in the weirdest places, right? Like, so that was one rabbit hole recently where I'm like, oh, I'm reading about a board game for a show that I really liked 4 years ago that is based on memoirs. And here I am building a miniature, and man, it'd be really cool to use these miniatures not on the board game as like a skirmish game. Wait, why don't I just play a RPG with it? Like, yeah. So that's like I said, random spikes of horniness. But with the biggest climaxes, uh,
Hell yeah.
post 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 session and pre-session.
Right.
So
yeah. So then I was going to ask along those same lines. Is there like a go-to thing? Like, do you have a type? Like, if you want to get horny for RPGs, is there something like every time that gets me?
Man,
like, I will go first if it helps. Please. So for me, it's pulling up a Foundry module and just seeing if I can just start piecing it together. That'll do it every time. Like, do I need to custom make it? Do I need to just enter data? Or is it ready to go and I just need to figure out how it works? Like with like a Warhammer. Where it's a little more complicated, that will get me every time.
That's fair. I think it's based on, and I sound like a broken record. It's based on my media consumption.
Okay,
right? Because there's some things that'll get my juices flowing. There's some things that won't. Right? Like if I'm watching Law and Order, I have no desire to go play
the Jerry
Law and
Orbach
Order style game.
Yeah.
Right. But like, I have my Tombstone poster that I keep looking up at. I'm like, okay, if I watch Tombstone, I want to go play, I want to go play Deadlands. Like,
right.
I want to go do that. Like, or, funny enough, watching the historical movies that I watched on Tuesday, Nuremberg and Number 24, and then even El Tiger or Das Tiger, I was like, ooh, kind of want to play a war RPG, like, so just that kind of stuff. I'm still reading Henry V right now by Dan Jones. Excellent read right now. I just got through Agincourt and I'm like, man, fuck, I can't wait to play Pathfinder again. Like, it's random things get the juices flowing. So that in particular, that was actually, I was reading that today. So absolutely crazy stuff there. So,
all right. Along those same lines, now you mentioned World War II. I pulled out Section D. It's got a little bit of the weird. Call of Cthulhu does World War II, but it's got a little bit of the weird. I've got spy games that all bring a little bit of the weird. Do you think weird is just a good thing to have when you make an RPG, just to get as wide a net as possible? Or do you think, is there something about bringing the weird that, why does it seem so ubiquitous?
I mean, it's good as an option, right? Like, it's if you're gonna be a SAS commando and you're just gonna shoot Nazis and Italians in the deserts of North Africa, I mean, you might as well play a board game, right? Like, it's. But if you say, okay, well, you're gonna shoot Nazis who are uncovering, the tomb of Tutankhamun's great grandmother, like, and they're gonna ride giant locust around, like, okay, like, yeah, that's a dash, like, and it's cool to like layer that stuff in too. Like, I like making RPGs in a cake, right? Like, you start out with your basic, like every D&D campaign. Oh, go kill some goblins. Oh, okay, now there's an orc. Oh, you killed some orcs. Oh, now there's an ogre in there with them too. Like, okay, so historical side. Okay, well, you killed some Nazis. All right, great. Oh, you killed the Nazi captain. Oh shit, now they're riding giant bugs. Like, yeah, like,
right.
That's, yeah, it's you want your threat meter to go up, and that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, and I guess now that I think about it, it's if you don't, then your players have the capacity to imagine kind of everything that could happen in your campaign, whether or not they do. But the more realistic it is, like, the more, like, there's only so much you can do, right? Like, even in like the Cold War spy game, there's only so much I can do. Like, there's a missing person, and then you got to do the paperwork, and then you got to. But at the end of the day, there's only pretty narrow lanes, and I guess once you introduce weird, it could spin off into literally anything. And
right.
I get that.
You can break the mold and go do whatever you want, right? Oh, now you're gonna go fight in Atlantis, right? Like, oh, they're the SS is in the city in the clouds, right? Or whatever, right? Like, or
Right.
the communist spies are now also ice demons, like, like it's adding that extra flavor, right? Like,
Yeah.
is good. That's why like stuff like Hellboy I think does really well too, right? Like, main bad guy in the first one's Rasputin, right? It's just Rasputin
Right.
until he's not, right? Like, it's yeah, it's nice to this isn't even my final form bad guy, right? Like,
Right.
so yeah.
All right. And then
Yep.
one more question I had. If
Okay.
you had to assign a meme to your RPG-ness, what do you think you would assign? And again, I can go first if it gives you some time to think.
Please do. Yeah, go ahead.
I think if I'm being honest, the meme I would pick for myself is Clingy Girlfriend.
Okay.
Hey, RPGs.
Okay.
I'm thinking about you, RPGs. Hey,
RPGs.
Just thinking about you.
Hey,
always thinking
RPGs.
about you. I was prepping.
Yep.
I was reading something last night. I'm always thinking about you. So I think if I had to choose a meme to represent me, if I was being honest, as I punch my mic, it would have to be Clingy Girlfriend. Yeah. I spend a lot of time. I got to say, my kids, are older, so the time balance is a little different, and it's my main hobby, like it's the thing, as I've sold, I've been selling off all my war games, not all of them, but like, I really detoured.
A good chunk.
Yeah. This has become, and a lot of it, I am grateful is because of the channel. It gave me a reason to think about these things, and and it gives me an avenue to do other stuff. But yeah, it gives me an excuse. So
if I needed an excuse.
True, that's true. Now, did that give you enough time, or do you want me to pontificate a little longer?
No, I think so. I don't know why, but the one that springs to mind isn't a meme so much, but it's the GIF of the sheriff exiting the trailer park and like with a beer bottle in his hand and like falling down the stairs.
Yes.
And like, I don't know why that seems to be fitting, but that was the first thing that popped into my mind when they're like, what's your meme about RPGs? I'm like, well, that's me. So
nice. Very nice. All right.
And I think that's probably because I will literally, I'm just gonna fuck around and find out with most of it, right? Like, we're just, no prep is good prep for both being a player and a GM, right? Like, let's just go. We'll make it up on the fly and we'll survive. So,
okay. So given that, I knew that you're like on the lower end of prep, where I am on the psychotic end of prep.
We're both psychotic. It's fine.
Do you find Savage Worlds a low prep system?
It can be. Anything is a low prep system if you don't read the book, right? Like, and that's I'll take that with me to my grave. But I think I'm very into plug and play, right? Like,
right.
You just, hey, a zombie can be a skeleton too if you need it to be, or
that's true.
The necromancer, he's going to be something else this time. He's going to do very similar. Maybe he's a cult demon summoner this time. Like,
right.
Once you find your 7 or 8 stat blocks, and you just have those kind of in the back pocket ready to go. Like, okay, well, I'm just going to reskin this and change a couple of words, and there you go. Like, it's like I said, if you get, and that's the same with all of it, right? Like, I'll spend more time coming up with like story points that are interesting than any like encounters and things. I'll be like, okay, you find animated armor. Well, I'm going to use this stat block from, for a robot warrior from 3 RPGs ago that I've got stuck in my head or off on a sticky note. Like, okay, that'll work. Like, it's nice to have monster manuals, but give me like 10 stat blocks and we're good. Like, it's up to we're all imagining things anyway. So
Right. And to Savage Worlds credit, so like I'm in the middle of doing some Hostile solo, and obviously I've run
Mhm.
Mithras for the Cold War. Mithras is not an easy like crap. I need a guy right on the fly because there's 37
Mhm.
different stats. And Hostile is also not what I really appreciate about Savage Worlds is they're just like, hey, if you need something fast, their stats are all 6. You know, and that's it. You know, and then
and you do you need him to be a little bit more like a mini boss? Bump 2 of the dice. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's just fucking wing it. It's fine.
yeah, it's a system that really lends itself to winging it. And I think it does so without breaking the illusion, which I think is important.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like if it's too rules light, they're like everything feels the same, but somehow I never felt that
Right.
way with Savage Worlds.
And it's you're right that stuff can feel very samey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, for the 10 minutes that we played Eat the Reich, like we didn't fight any of the big bad guys, but everything, and that, yes, that wasn't the point of that game, right? Like you're there
Right.
to just make a bloody mess of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, it's how many different horrific descriptions could I give for, yeah, you killed some guys? Like,
Right.
you know,
Right.
it's or force you guys to be like, yeah, okay, give me your fetishized demon vampire way that you kill 14 communists. Like, you know, all right, let's
Right.
it's just like eventually it turns into, yeah, I shoot him. Like, yeah, okay,
Right.
that guy, I bite him. Like, you know, and then it's good to have different layers to the cake, right?
Yeah. You know, and that was something I was kind of worried about, a strong word, but like we Eat the Reich, you know, talking about movies earlier, you know, if you're really into horror
Mhm.
movies, which I'm personally not, one of the things that, you know, horror is one of those genres where it makes a lot of money and they're cheap to make and everybody's like, you should write horror movies. I can't really do it because I can't think of cool deaths. Like
Yeah,
it's just not how
yeah,
and so I was like, Eat the Reich is going to be a game about cool deaths. And I'm nervous. I'm not going to
yeah,
hold up my side of it.
yeah. That's basically what the game is, and what
Yeah.
it boiled down to, right? Is like, here's a really rules light system. You're a vampire. Literally nothing can stop you except the biggest bads in this game. Like, go have fun, and the world is your bloody playground. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, this is cool. And actually, I will tell you, I watched an episode of Love, Death, and Robots
Hmm.
the other day, just on a whim.
Yeah.
You've watched some of that show, right?
No, I've
Um,
definitely heard of it, but
so there's really, because it's anthology where every episode's different or whatever, right?
mhm.
And there's one from one of the later seasons called, I forget the character's name, but this character's name finds his religion,
Okay.
and it's about a World War II bomber, B-17, single bomber going on a mission to bomb a church
Ooh,
in Germany because they're summoning, you know, some horrible demon thing. And
right.
of course, the demon gets out and is chasing them, and they have to fight this demon thing in the airplane. And it's watching that, of course, back to one of the earlier questions. It's like, damn, this would be a really cool Eat the Rex scenario.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's really cool. And it's, you know, and all those, the Love, Death, and Robots are all like 10 minutes. So it was a quick
Yeah.
watch. I'm like, damn, that'd be a perfect one shot too. Like,
Mm.
huh.
Hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, I forget where I was even coming from but at the beginning of that question. But yeah, Eat the Reich, it's fine. It was just death porn. It's fine.
Yeah. Do you think you would ever go back to Eat the Reich, or did you really like, now that I've seen it, I'm like, you know what? There's other things I think I might find more interesting if I had to run something.
I would, but I think that my whole thing with Eat the Reich is we tried that alchemy VTT,
Yeah.
and it really, really bugged me.
Right. Right.
And like, when I play a game, I want to be able to play the game,
Right.
which is why I still have a Roll20 subscription, because
Mhm.
it's just, you know, you sit down, you put some things in, and it works. Is it pretty? No. Does it work most of the time? Also, no. But like, it's good enough to play games in, and I don't have to learn how to fucking program
Right.
or do anything else like in Foundry or Forge or any of these other things. That
Yeah.
again, I got 2 kids. I ain't got time for that. So
if you ever ran it again, would you just be like, "Hey guys, just bring some dice to the table. We're just gonna theater the
probably, yep,
Okay,
100%. That's
skip the
probably what I would
VTT
do.
entirely.
Yeah, just we're gonna sit down and play a game. Like,
yeah,
and it's. I feel like most of the games that I've run, besides like Call of Cthulhu, that's what we've ended up doing. It's just like, hey guys, just bring some dice, or I'm gonna open a Foundry or a Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna roll dice in that, like, because I just can't be bothered. You know, that's one of my failings. Is I could, I'm so jealous that you and Matt can make beautiful. You guys make great settings and everything on Foundry, and have really excellent modules and whatnot. And I'm like, all right, guys, bring a pencil. Like,
yeah,
we're gonna do it old school. Like, also doesn't make very good watching for the listeners and viewers. But
well, what did we do one time? Theater of the Mind. The one thing
Conspiracists?
Was it that I thought all 3 of us were there, and we ended up using Foundry for rolling dice because I turned the background of Foundry into a green screen. So that way the viewers could see our dice rolls, and I can't remember what it was. But
did we do Name of the Rose or the Abbey game? No,
I decked out with some backgrounds. But I feel like
right.
Now again, like rolling dice on the table is fine. The one thing I liked about that was that at least then the viewers could see our dice rolls, because I feel like everything else, like in the Cold War spy game, it's all gravy. Like if the viewers could just see our dice rolls, I feel like they would have gotten 90% of what was going on with the VTT. So I do feel like maybe that's something we could explore more, is just figuring out like, how do we show the viewers our dice rolls, and then the rest, like, who cares?
Right. And you're right. It was very just kind of atmospheric for most of the spy game. Minus when you had the map of London or the map of tiny Sweden town, tiny Finnish town up.
Right.
But still thinking about that ending, man. Just I can't wait. I love Pathfinder. I'm loving that we're playing Pathfinder. I will continue to push and say I'm really excited to get back to Jago. So
that'll be fine. I just got to figure out.
Very well done.
I either got to figure out how I got to finish the conversion and then figure out how to run it, or I've got to just admit that I can't convert it for our game and work on the conversion on the side. So I was looking at, I don't know how to program at all, but I sort of can like look at some things in Foundry and like if I rename this. And so the version of Mutant Year Zero engine that's the closest to what I'm doing is Twilight 2000. And so I was sort of tweaking that character sheet to see if I can just get the character sheet tweaked, or I have to create a PDF. What's that?
Yeah. We'd be cooking with gas if we get that done.
Yeah. But anyway, so speaking of Foundry, I do have a little bit of surprise for you.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch over to Foundry.
It's on this screen.
Yeah. Are you in?
I am.
All right. So why don't we tier list some shit?
I'm here for it. Matt's not here to stop us, so we have to tier list.
Yes, because again, Matt and I have tier listed. It was dumb, but we tier listed. You and I don't think has ever.
I'm not tier listed.
No. So here's what we're going to tier list tonight. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to throw at you, and it's not going to be complete because I don't know your whole history. But I'm going to throw at you RPG settings, not rules. Okay. Settings. And I want you to tier list them. So we're going to start with an easy one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out Deadlands. Now, let me see. Can you grab Deadlands and can you move it around on the tier list?
I can.
So we're going to start with an easy one. And so you know how these work, right? S is the highest.
Put that there.
A, B, C, D. Okay, so I knew it was going to, I kind of guessed. Talk us through it. What did you tier list it at?
It is an S. It is an S tier. So, homie, there's like 6 bajillion source books for this book, and all of them are excellent. And it was its own RPG, and then it was Savage Worlds, and then it's its own RPG, and now it's back to Savage Worlds, and all of them have created very interesting source books. And it's like, okay, well, you want to have Weird West shit happening? There's something for every weird Western fetish that you possibly could want to do, right? You want to go play back east in the metropolitan stuff? Yeah, sure, you can do that. You want to go be Bobbies walking around in New York? Well, I wouldn't call them Bobbies, right? You want to go be a police officer in New York or Chicago? Sure, why not? Let's do
They
it.
do that?
You can. You
Oh,
can. There's not much source material on that, but you can.
interesting.
Yeah, you want to go to the Confederacy, which is run by like vampires and horrible things, and is basically hell on earth? Sure, you can do that. Do you want to go to New Orleans, which is like the craziest fucking setting in the universe with, bayou and Cajuns and beignets and voodoo magic and swamp monsters and shit? Sure, let's go do it. And then you've got the rest, right? Like, except you have the theocratic, scientific country of Deseret in Utah. You want to go fight in the theocracy? Sure, go fight with the Mormons. Like,
Right.
you want to
right.
go to California? Like, go to California. Like, there's Yukon settings. Like, it's just, again, any flavor of like 1860 to 1920 cowboy shit that you want to do, just rock and roll. You can do some weird cowboy shit.
And it's interesting you say that because I think I brought it up before. Sidewinder Recoiled for Savage Worlds is the West without the weird. And there's a part of me that likes having that option. But I got to tell you, the Old West is somewhere that really feels like it works well with the weird.
You got to have the weird, man. Like,
yeah.
You got to, it's fun to go be Doc Holliday fighting, Curly Bill, right? That's fun. But it's also fun to go be Doc Holliday who goes and kills Curly Bill and then has to go fight the fucking Wendigo out in the woods. Like, or stop a demon uprising with, Poncho and everybody. Like, it's again, every weird thing that you could possibly want. I mean, there's a fucking Alien supplement. Would I ever play the Alien supplement? No. But do I enjoy as a guilty pleasure the movie Cowboy versus Aliens? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's out there if you want to do that. Like,
right.
It's very exciting times.
Nice. So, okay, there's our first one. So I just want to, I should have prefaced this in the beginning. Some of these are going to be ones that have been run here.
Sure.
The science is too important to spare our feelings. All right. So
it's the settings. It's not the games that we played.
Right.
It's not. It is just the settings. So if I dump something in D, it probably isn't about Matt's terrible role playing.
Right. It's god awful. But
let's just go ahead and put this one up here too, real quick. I can't control this one.
Try now.
But just go ahead. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put that right there next to that one.
I figured this was also going to be an easy one. Now, this is one
super duper easy.
I know you're a big fan, but it's one that we haven't really, it hasn't really come up like, we haven't played it, and it's not one that's been right on the cusp of being run.
Yeah. So it's for the listeners, it's Warhammer Fantasy Role Playing.
It's the Warhammer Fantasy setting, yeah. Now, recently they've introduced the Old World, which is about 200 years prior. Now, does it matter, or is it just like, no, that setting, it's not the specific time?
I would play Old World. I would play Warhammer Fantasy. I probably wouldn't play the Age of Sigmar RPGs.
Okay.
I like the gritty, grimdark setting, and they say that Sigmar is gritty, grimdark. I have not experienced it like that. I mean, there's parts, sure, but it's not. Look, Mordheim doesn't fucking exist in Age of Sigmar. Like, there's Mordheim level grimdark shit, and then there's Age of Sigmar level grimdark shit. And
Right.
the Warhammer world also doesn't. It's grimdark, but it also doesn't take itself too seriously, right? Like you got Blood Bowl at the same time, like, and it's but like Sigmar rides this line of it, like tries to take itself very seriously and tries to be grimdark, but just doesn't come across like, I don't know. It has its pluses and minuses, but Warhammer Fantasy, old world setting, S tier, great writing, one of my favorite places to think and dream of.
Nice. I gotta tell you, I know we're a Pathfinder second edition podcast, but I feel like at some
Yes.
point we have got to get Warhammer, and especially like as much as we joke about Kingmaker, like Warhammer fantasy role playing has supposedly one of the all time great campaigns. And I'm looking at it and I can't, Enemy in the Shadows. I forget what the whole thing is called.
Is it the Skaven one or is it the Necromancer one?
I don't know.
It's probably both.
Like Death on the Reich might be the first part. Anyway, it's supposed to be like an all-time banger, and I hope we get some Warhammer Fantasy to the table. All right.
We're going to get there at some point. Like that's got to happen. I mean, it is one of my favorite settings.
Yeah. And I'm dying to try it. So anyway, the next one again, hopefully this works. There you go. You should be able to move it. Again, it's for the science. It's the setting as a role-playing game, not the setting as the best science fiction horror movies ever.
Yeah. All right. With that, it's probably going to surprise you a little bit.
Ooh, is it like the Alien 3 of RPG settings for you?
It's good for one-shots.
And
it's good if you all agree that everybody's going to die going into it, right? Like,
yeah.
Or they're not, I wouldn't play a campaign, right? Like that doesn't, when people are like, oh, I'm playing an Alien campaign, I'm like, why? Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
That's not the point of the universe. Like you're all to die. Like there shouldn't be a campaign. It's a campaign of one. Like, so you can't all be Sigourney Weaver. Like, it's, and I've loved every Alien game I've ever played. I mean, genuinely enjoyed. I mean, I was in Hollywood, our friend of the podcast, Hollywood's RPG or Alien RPG. Excellent. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
One of the best RPG experiences I've ever had. I think you were were you in mine? No, we've had this conversation a million times. You were in a separate one.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
And now, just for the record, Hollywood, it's over on AAC Advanced Alcoholic Adventure Cabal. You can read the whole thing. Matt ran. So I'm jumping ahead of myself. Hollywood runs the one that's like the action military fork.
He runs the Space Truckers. He runs like Alien 1.
Right. And Matt ran over on AAC like a 12-part like space trucking one that was amazing.
Yeah.
But I will say this, like, not that my things matter. I probably would have put Deadlands and Warhammer on A. Alien, I probably would have put on B or C, because Alien, it's not the most, because like you said, it's good for a horror one shot, but if you're looking for a sci-fi game, I don't know if that's really, like, there's good bones to it, but you're leaving half of it on the table because it's really about what you were talking about, the xenomorph, the horror.
Right. You're gonna go get eaten. You're gonna die. Like you're not gonna do space trucking.
No.
Like, you're not gonna go do the stuff that it talks about.
Right. Exactly. And I think I'd rather go play an RPG from The Expanse if I wanted like a long term,
Yeah. Either that or like I'd go play BattleTech or what's the mech RPG Matt always talks about.
Lancer.
Yes. I mean, I'd go play Lancer, or I'd go play BattleTech RPG, or I'd go play I play a cyberpunk game or something. Like, if I want to go play a sci-fi game, I'm going to go play something like that. Like, again, Alien around Halloween and spooky season, a one-shot, tip-top. Wonderful time to just go crank out 2 sessions of everybody's face getting eaten. Like, but beyond that, I wouldn't. It can overstay its welcome, I think.
Definitely. All right. Next one. Going to bring it out. So
Ooh.
this is it's if you hover your mouse over it, it's going to say it's Vaesen for the listeners, but it represents gaslight Victorian horror. So Vaesen is a good example of it, but there are a lot of other, like Call of Cthulhu. I mean, there is a gaslight Victorian branch of it, but that's not really what it is.
No.
It's a very specific time mixed with
Yeah.
horror. So
What's really interesting to me too, for Vaesen and something like Deadlands, is, I mean, they're two sides of the same coin, right? Like, but Deadlands feels like its own very unique. It's the same time period,
yeah.
but like the worlds in that Gothic Victorian compared to the worlds in Deadlands, I'm gonna go with an A for
Nice.
Vaesen. I do like the Gothic kind of horror. Our English Eerie games kind of fall into this that we've done. Obviously, Vaesen does too, of course. You've done a couple of other things where it's, little pale children in windows staring gauntly out, like that. That horror is its own kind of thing compared to like Deadlands, same time, but it's more action horror, right? Like,
Right.
it's just like Alien versus Aliens, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's one is an action movie that has horror elements, and one is a horror movie that has action elements. Like, and I could very easily put Vaesen up as an S just from that description. But
right.
I will try in an attempt to not overstack the top. I will say that I do very much enjoy tiny Victorian gaunt spooky children and families haunting my ass. Like, it's great.
Yeah. And obviously the premise of this whole thing is a little flawed. It's a little self-selecting. You're not going to play in settings that you think suck. Right.
Right.
So obviously it's going to be tough to not put them all near the top. But
right.
As a juxtaposition of Vaesen, let's bring out the next one. And the next one is Call of Cthulhu. Similar but different. And I'm curious, putting those two back to back, I would probably put Vaesen up in A as well. I liked where you put that, but this is not my tier list.
So I have a very, very tough time with Call of Cthulhu because from the stories perspective, some of my favorite stories from the base setting of 1910s, 1920s. That's one of I love that time period just as a whole. It's very interesting. Interesting things are happening, and then you put spooky shit in there too. It's even cooler as an RPG setting. Still pretty damn cool. We're gonna put it in a B.
All right, I think that's a good call. Yeah.
A lot of cool shit is happening, and the time period's really cool, and you get just enough lack of tech unless you're playing a modern day setting like Scratch.
Right.
I would probably put a modern setting at C or D. I would not do a modern setting again, I don't think. But baseline Call of Cthulhu, 1910s, yeah.
Yeah, for me, what I find interesting is how much of a difference 20 years or 30 years makes. Because for me, like, I'm fascinated by a lot of Call of Cthulhu, but because it's in the 1920s, it feels like a little too, like I know a little bit too much about that time. But you give me like Sherlock Holmes London, or as Vaesen, like 1880s Sweden, which I know nothing about. It's very easy for me to suspend the disbelief a little bit more and get into the mindset. Yeah. All right.
I think for Call of Cthulhu too, like, it helps when you set it, like the stories are set. If you set it somewhere that isn't fucking Boston or even Miskatonic or whatever, like, you can't set it there. Like, friend of the podcast, Hi, and AAC ran one in fucking Austria. And it was great because we had no idea what was going on. And it was like, this is weird as shit. I'm here for it. Like, I mean, like, you could do, there's the big one about being in Egypt. Like, I would play a Call of Cthulhu game set in 1920s Egypt. Like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, it is about familiarity breeds contempt or whatever, right? Like, we've all seen Spooky Boston. Like, we don't need to do Spooky Boston again. Like,
it's interesting that you describe that, because when you were saying that, the thing that kept jumping out at me is all of the, Appalachian horror that we
Mhm.
have, like, takes place roughly the same time. But yeah, you place it in that sort of West Virginia coal country hill towns,
Totally
and
different game.
it feels and that gets me going in a way that, as much as I love New England, it's a
Yeah.
bit of a trope in this case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Like, I want to play a Call of Cthulhu game set in like 1920s San Francisco. Like, let's fucking go.
yeah,
Like that would be just weird enough to do something different, right? Like,
yeah,
I mean, make it wacky. Do something different. Like,
hmm
I don't need every Call of Cthulhu game to be set up in Innsmouth or
right,
Providence, right? So,
yeah. All right, let's get the next one up.
what you got?
Again, this is important for the science. The Davokar Forest of
Cymberum.
Cymberum.
Okay. Okay. This is hard. This
hmm
is hard because you get your grimdark fantasy in S with Warhammer,
Right.
and you get another kind of horror-y thing in A.
hmm
I think I'm going to put it in a B, and Matt's crying somewhere. I think it's a good setting,
Yeah.
interesting,
Yeah.
but I probably just haven't read enough into like the deep parts of the story. But like, I don't know. It's I'm enjoying Pathfinder. Let's just leave it at that. I'm really
hmm
enjoying
hmm
Pathfinder. I was really enjoying Cymberum, but
Yeah.
I can get behind the Pathfinder stuff just a little bit easier for whatever reason.
Yeah. You know what? And I'll say this: Cymberum, potential energy, kinetic energy. Cymberum. I like where you put it. I think if we spend more time with it, I could see it
Yeah.
rocketing to the top, because there's some things about it that are
Yep.
really cool. And I think we were doing some cool stuff with what we
Yep.
were doing. And so, God willing, if we ever get back to it, I feel like once we expand upon it and really delve in, I could see it. That one I could see being a pretty easy one. All the others,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of locked in, but this one I could see.
This one could go. This one has potential to rocket. You're right.
Yeah, that was sort of my take on it. All right, let's get the next one going. Conan.
Ooh.
Straight
Let's
to
put
S.
that up there. Let's put that up at the top.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I fucking love sword and sorcery, lo-fi, uh, low fantasy settings, and nobody does it better than Conan. And I fucking loved the Conan game I played in.
Yeah.
I have a lot of books and RPG settings that I've read over the years that are in a very similar vein to the Conan verse. And yeah, I mean, anytime anybody wants to run, I'm set on Deadlands. At some point in the next 4 or 5 years, I will run Deadlands.
Yeah.
But Conan and that 2D20 system for Conan is pretty fucking good.
It was
too.
good.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so fucking good, man. Like, yeah, that's pretty close to anytime, anywhere, let's play kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I really appreciate is that like Howard's setting
Mhm.
obviously follows Conan, but I feel like
Yep.
when I've read the stories that I've read, I could
Mhm.
picture a wider sphere than what was literally in the story, so that
Yep.
I can play a game in it without having to be Conan and still feel like I have the flavor for the setting. And yeah, and it's like you were saying, dark sword and sorcery.
Yeah.
It's you don't need 15
Magic
different
is bad.
yeah, and you don't need 15 different flavors of this. Like you just
Yep.
need this one, and it'll cover everything you need. And it's so cool. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one, I don't know if you've ever gamed. I think you may have, but I think it's a well-known enough setting that even if you hadn't, I think you could have an opinion on it. Here we go. Star Wars. Straight to D.
Gonna get the hate. Here comes the hate mail. I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I would honestly probably put Star Trek down there too, if that's a spoiler for later. I probably put Star Trek as a C for an RPG set, but Star Wars, I just don't need it. Like, if I'm going to play in Star Wars, I'm going to feel like I need to be a Jedi, and then we're all Jedi. And then if we're playing post sequels or post prequels, that doesn't make any sense. And if we're playing prequels, we're playing Wars, and we might as well play a miniatures game, right? Like, just, I've had fun with Star Wars settings in the past, but you could have just as much fun playing just a space game, right? Like, I don't need it to be set in George Lucas's IP,
right?
As much as I love George Lucas's IP, like, I'm sorry, Mickey Mouse's IP,
right? Please, yes,
yeah. We'll get our cease and desist. It's fine.
Yeah, I agree. I've said this before. Like, Star Wars was dead to me until Andor.
Yeah.
Starting with Rogue One, but really Andor. So what I would want to do is, if I were doing it, and it's what I've talked about doing, like, I would do it in that kind of Star Wars, which is much more of a 1970s espionage thriller, political intrigue. It's not Jedi and Yodas and Baby Grogu. And what I appreciate about Star Wars is that it had room for both. Although, no, it didn't, because if you really think about it, Andor did not have room for Jedi.
No.
And I think it was better for it. So that really was sort of like a, pick one or the other.
You have your shows about Jedi, and you have your shows about everybody else.
About the good stuff.
They can't live together in the same screen.
Yeah.
They overpower each other.
Yeah.
Like, and even Han Solo, like, everybody likes Han Solo, but he's a background character. Like, he's not the main character. So, because there's a Jedi.
Yeah. So if it were Andor, I might put it a B, but Star Wars, I like where you put it. All right. So next, again, this is very important. It's for the science. Degenesis. Something that Matt ran before the channel got up and running. It was the part of the reason why the channel existed, because you're it was such a labyrinthian setting that we were realizing we needed to play more frequently or else we were going to lose it. And so we were trying to figure out how to do that. And that's part of, interesting.
It might be like it's somewhere between an S and it's an A+.
It's an A+. Interesting. Okay.
It's so unique, and there's so much stuff in those two books.
Yes.
It's such an interesting take on the post-apocalyptic, weird sci-fi, dystopian, medieval sci-fi. Like, it's so good, and I would love to play it again. And I loved that we were playing that.
Yeah.
But it is absolutely, that would be your lifestyle RPG. That would be all you play.
Yes.
It would have to be that. And that's the only reason it doesn't fall straight into an S tier, because I have other things I want to play. Right. Even though I would love to get back to Degenesis. Like, if there was a starter box for Degenesis, we could crush that and it would be great.
Yes.
But like, I would want a starter box for every setting. Like, and then you have 15 source books, and I don't even think the company that makes it exists anymore. So
right. That's the trick. So what I really like you said, it was so unique and so this and so that, but what I really appreciated about it was that it takes place on Earth. And so there's a grounding to it that helps sort of ground all the weirdness that, so like, some of the things are, inspired by what felt like, medieval Italy, other things are, and it's all sort of this hodgepodge. Now, okay, this is a tier list. Now, if you had to pick an S or an A, where would it land if there's no halvesies?
It would go into an A.
It would go into an A. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Again, I think that one has potential to be an S the longer you spend in it.
That I could definitely, yes. And really getting to explore all the nuances and stuff. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think it warrants getting into because there's like 6 major, like, nation state kind of things, I think.
Yeah.
And like, I would want to play an extended campaign in each of them with each of, because they all have their own, I forget what the monster stuff is called, but the bad goo like version, right? Like,
right.
where there's like, I can't remember, it was France that has all the spores everywhere.
Think so,
Like,
yeah.
or if it was either France or Poland. And that one I was like, I want to go play there. Like that's the horror I want to explore, is the mushroom people thing. And then like, it's an A with very heavily leaning S with extended play.
I could see that. All right, so let's do the next one. Glorantha in RuneQuest.
I think it's going back in an A.
Interesting. Okay.
So I really like, and this one's probably kind of the same thing like Degenesis has between an A and an S, but RuneQuest is probably between an A and a B. So I probably should put it in a B, but I've had a little bit more time in RuneQuest than Degenesis, because we did like 3 sessions of Degenesis?
I think so,
something like that. Yeah, and I think I did 4 or 5 of RuneQuest, and I like the Bronze Age. That's a big plus for me. That's a really cool, like as an RPG setting, great plus. It's super like god and goddess based, really cool in RPGs. I like that. Cool built in like whatever 12 fucking magic school bullshit. Like everything has had a lot of time dumped into it, and it's cool. Like I said, that's another one. Again, spend more time with it. I'll shit all over the rules, but but if you continued play, that's very easily jumps up. Except you have Conan at the top, and Conan's right there. Conan is sort of the same setting, or a same version of the setting, but with Conan. So, yeah, solid A.
Okay. All right, so let's get the next one up. What did we just do? We just did RuneQuest. All right, so you know what? I'm going to skip one and go to another one.
Okay.
And this one is The Forgotten Realms.
Solid B tier.
Okay.
Solid stuff. There's really cool parts of it, like, Waterdeep's really cool. The whole Sword Coast is really cool, up and down the different cities. And there's really cool places to go, like around the deserts in the center, like, Icewind Dale's really cool. Like, there's a bunch of really cool places, but we've been to them all 100 times. Like, it's like we've all played D&D for 40, 50 years now. Like, well, I haven't played D&D for 40 or 50 years, but the world at large has played D&D, and it's the baseline, and it's stolen and improved on things from Conan, from everywhere else, right? Like, so, but like, would I play an adventure in Waterdeep? Sure, I'd play an adventure in Waterdeep. Would I play a Icewind Dale game? Sure, why not? Like, would I do a Underdark game? I have played Underdark games. Underdark games are great.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's which one was that? Which adventure was that? Out of the Abyss. That's all the demons escape in the Underdark. It's good shit. That was a really fun adventure. But yeah, man, solid B tier. Solid B tier.
Yeah, for me, I feel, not that I've played a lot of paper and pencil, but it's definitely the one I've spent the most time in, like with computer role playing games.
Sure.
And so I don't want to say like familiarity breeds contempt, but it's just like, like it feels like
it's good baseline.
Yes. Yeah.
It is vanilla ice cream, and I'm here for it. I love vanilla ice cream. But sometimes I want Rocky Road.
Moose tracks.
If I can. Yeah, sometimes I want moose tracks. Sometimes I want mint chocolate chip. Like, Yeah.
Sometimes
my wife puts gummy bears in her ice cream, and we end up in D tier, because that's the weirdest fucking thing anybody has ever done, ever. Hot take here, folks. D tier on the list. Do not put gummy bears in your chocolate ice cream.
It's just on blast right there.
It's just wrong.
All right. So again, as a juxtaposition of that one,
Yes, yes.
Middle Earth.
No qualms.
Straight to D tier. Now, why does that go to D tier, but Forgotten Realms is a B?
So, Lord of the Rings and Middle Earth is one of the greatest settings of all time. Hands down, bar none. One of my favorite places to go, on books, TV, movies, reading about Wikipedia rabbit holes. I love Lord of the Rings. I do not need to play an RPG there. I do
So,
not need to do that because it has had 70 years
mhm,
of universe building. So you're going to be stepping on some kind of toes somewhere, right? And you run into the one wing problem where, oh, I'm a level 1 hobbit. I have to go get my mission from Gandalf.
right.
Like I don't need fan service the RPG. Like I don't need to go fuck Tom Bombadil. Like I just I just like I don't need to go find Gollum. Like
Right, right.
that's what the movies are for. That's what the books are for. That's what the TV shows are for. Like I do not
Yeah.
need to play in this universe.
It's interesting. Sometimes, like, I absolutely agree with that sort of take on the One Ring Second Edition. It definitely has like
Mhm.
that sort of fan fiction. I would be curious. Have you ever played the cover? If you're listening, the icon I used, the cover of Middle Earth role playing from Ice, which is a very different game, takes place in a different time.
Mhm.
Like, would that help, or is it just no? It's still Middle Earth. I know what's coming,
I
and I
mean,
know.
we could,
Mhm.
but it suffers. I think it suffers from the same. I mean, it's down there with Star Wars, right? Like you know what's going on the timeline. Like no matter what your characters are doing, it's not as important as what else is going on in the universe. Like
Right.
it's they could be saving the universe, but it's going to be the Tatooine farm kid that's going to save the actual universe. Like
Yeah.
you no matter how many orc chiefs and ring wraiths you kill, you're not going to put the ring in Mount Doom. Like that's not your job. Like,
Right.
and that's and you don't need to be doing that to have a good time, but it does. I don't want to say diminish everything that your characters could do, but at the same time, it kind of does, right? Like
Right.
you're just going to be a backwoods, mythic character compared to, oh no, you're not Frodo, you're not Sam, you're not Aragon, you're Jim Bob, the guy who fucked Tom Bombadil. Like
Right.
like Yippee Skippy. What? Yeah, let's whip them out and measure. Like, did you destroy the One Ring? No. Well, then get the fuck at the back of the line, kid. Like,
Right. That's interesting. It's sort of going back to what we were saying a little earlier about like, why does everything have to have the weird? Like in some
right,
ways, Star Wars and Middle Earth are so familiar that they don't have the weird, like where
right.
Forgotten Realms could still have the weird, and that can help you, I guess, not know
There's
everything about the setting.
there's enough dark corners left in all of the ones B and above, right? Like,
Right.
yeah. I mean, play Star Wars game, but guarantee even if you pick a planet at random on the map, you're going to go to the Wikipedia page and you're going to see 7,000 paragraphs of Jimmy D's Wookiee House of Yoda jerky, and there were 17 Legends books about Wookiee jerky. Like you're like, okay, well, I can't come up with anything there, and or you can just make your own thing, but then you might as well have made your own thing in Starforge or something. Like
Right.
so and same for Middle Earth. Like, oh well, I'm gonna go live in this house in Hobbiton. Well, oh, I'm sorry, that's Jim. That's Bilbo Biggie Dickus. Thunderfoot Clapper Queef. Like that's his house. Like, and there's 700 years of genealogy about who's owned that house. I'm sorry, you can't choose that one.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
okay, well, I don't want to be a Thunder Queef, so I can't have that house then. Okay, like, yeah, and it's the same shit that you run into. It's just like it's too built up, right?
Right.
They've
The
gentrified it.
I
It's
guess I gotta say the lore accuracy of these names you're making up is almost uncanny. Thunderqueef.
Big Toe Thunderqueef is my Hobbit name. Also my OnlyFans name if you're looking for it.
Interesting. All right. All right, let's get the next one out. Are you ready?
Yes.
Dragonbane.
Ooh, see, here we go.
Interesting.
Really had fun with that. It's
So
generic enough. Go ahead.
that's what I was about to ask though. Like, because if I were I might put it like on a C because I'm like, I don't remember the setting. There were things about it that I thought were like sort of darkish fantasy, not low magic, but it's got like an edge to it that D&D doesn't. But I'm like, I don't know if I remember much of the setting though. Do you remember? That's the thing. Did the setting?
Yeah. See, that's now you're saying things, and I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. Like, I don't know if I'd put it as C.
Maybe that's too harsh. But
but it's.
And if we played campaigns, maybe it would really blossom. But
sure.
For what I've played, it's just been very much like there's a castle, go take it, or there's a ruin, go take it.
Yeah. I think that's another one that would benefit from extended plays. Like,
yes. Yeah.
I think like there's plenty of stuff. I mean, there's 4 books now. Like there's plenty of stuff out there for it.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
We haven't played in that sandbox yet. So
right.
I don't think it's probably not fair to bump it up to an A, and I don't know if it's fair to drop it to a C in my mind. Just
right.
It's cool. It's a cool fantasy setting. It has duck people. Like I'm here for it.
It has something that could be unique. And then like with that Trudvang or whatever setting that's going to come out, that could, that's sort of a separate setting, but that could blow the doors wide open. Yeah.
Right. Like it is a B is the mysterious ones, the strangers in the tub. Like, and Alien and Call of Cthulhu, like, and D&D, like,
right.
It's fine.
All right.
Strangers in the tub.
Next one, again, it's important to remember that this is for the science. So you do not have to spare feelings. Medieval monks. Now, you've experienced medieval monks, at least in my presence, 2 different ways. One was Rosewood Abbey, and the other is Deus Vult. But so you cannot separate them. But it's medieval monks.
Okay, we're calling it medieval monks just in general.
Yep.
Okay, because I probably, being not weird monks in a regular monk setting, I probably would put lower.
Mm-hmm.
Again, was great having an adventure in it. Enjoyed being monks. Not my cup of tea for an extended campaign.
Right.
Monks dealing with weird shit. Totally fucking here
straight to the top. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Straight to the top. So that's been, now that may be a recent thing, but I have been really fucking horned up for like, angels and demons shit. And like at the same time, like medieval shit. So like we read Pilgrim, I read Between Two Fires. I read a couple of other books in that same vein. That has been an absolute jam lately. Like, give me more creepy fucking religious evil shit in medieval towns with peasants with no teeth. Like, absolutely here for a historical setting. Absolutely here for a medieval setting. Give me more weird shit.
Okay, so let me just ask, does the weird, is it such a strong setting that it overpowers the meh of not weird, or is there some averaging out that we need to do if we're going to be accurate for the science? Or is it is the one so strong that it completely outweighs? It isn't an average. It's 5,000 pounds of awesome if it's weird and an ounce of meh.
I think we're very close to 5,000 pounds to one. I think.
Okay.
Again, I very much enjoyed the being monks in a monk thing, but is it an RPG that I would want to play for 6 months? No. I would not want to play that as a campaign game or an extended kind of game. Great for a quick, what do we do? 2 sessions of it?
Right.
2, 3? Yeah. Great for just a palate cleanse. Yeah. Something different, hey, that was interesting. Like, I'm glad we did it, like kind of thing. But then we go to killing fucking demons as medieval, demon hunters. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Here for it.
Have you ever played like Cthulhu's got a Dark Ages, and then so does
Mm-mm.
Vampire? One of those things they have a. I
I've
haven't messed
not,
with
but
those.
I'd probably go gaga for those.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Interestingly enough, have you ever played Ars Magica, or have you ever bumped into that one?
Mm-mm. Nope,
Okay, that
I
one.
cannot say I have.
That one's not quite so dark. Maybe it could be dark. I don't know. It's we'll have to give it a shot someday. The new edition is supposed to be coming out someday. But
Like similar vein, like right now, like I've been reading a lot of the Trench Crusade stuff. Right, like have you seen any of that stuff coming out?
no, I
So
heard of
Trench
it.
Crusade, it's a miniatures game, right? And it's super grim dark. And it's hell and heaven are real, and they broke out in the Crusades, and somehow people have survived, and it's World War One fighting the same fucking
Oh,
war 800 years later, and it's still fucking demons and angels and Jesus clones. That's a whole thing. There's a whole
okay.
Jesus clones thing uh, against each other, and it's trench warfare, and there's bombs and dreadnoughts and demon powered shit. It's very, very dark, very grim, and that's got me super horned up. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Very, I don't know. I've been on a real, like, even the horror movies and stuff, Angels and Demons kick lately. And it might just be a phase, but it's some creepy shit, and I'm here for it.
Hmm. All right. So I've got two more. We're gonna finish strong.
Okay.
Here's the next one.
Hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot.
Galarian Pathfinder.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah, solid. Very much enjoy it. Do I love it as much as Warhammer Fantasy? Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't think it has the character. I think it's sort of a catch-all fantasy setting the way Forgotten Realms is. It's more interesting,
Mm-hmm.
but it is still sort of a kitchen sink.
Yeah, it's what corner of it what slice do you want to play in? The Japan world? Go to this part of the map. Do you want to play in the Africa world? Go to this part of the map. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool. There's plenty of cool shit to do. Like, I'm enjoying, and there's a lot of love in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of backstory and everything.
Yeah.
Would I rather go be in the Empire and Bretonia? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's, as far as fantasy settings go, that's still going to be number one.
Yeah, I would absolutely choose Pathfinder over Forgotten Realms every day of the week. But
Yes.
yeah, there's something. It lacks a specificity to its vision.
It's Forgotten Realms is vanilla ice cream.
Mhm.
Galorian is vanilla ice cream with like chocolate fudge or caramel and like peanuts on it.
Yeah.
And then Warhammer Fantasy is a blowjob. Like, like that's that's the ranking there. Is like two of those things are good, and then there's the other. So
right. The apples and oranges at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that's what we're here for.
All right. Last
there's
one.
your soundbite for the episode.
Exactly. Are you ready for the last one?
Yes.
I think we're going to finish strong here. East Texas U.
It's so fun. It's so fun. You want to play Buffy? You can go play Buffy. You want to do Supernatural? Go do Supernatural. You want to Scooby-Doo that shit? Go do Scooby-Doo shit. It's so dumb, but I love it.
Yeah. Now, for the listeners, straight to the top, S tier.
Yes.
Did you know about, I posted in the Discord an upcoming campaign that's going to, did you know about that?
I had no idea. You got me very excited for that, though.
Now, do you think, as somebody with some experience with East Texas U, could it sustain a campaign?
It could. Well, I mean, so there is a whole progression system in the source book, which granted right now it's a pamphlet, right? Like, but you play your 4 years at university. Like,
True.
So there is legs for at least a 4-year game. Like, and it's, would I play a 4-year game? No. But would I treat it like it was a serial TV show and you were doing a monster of the week kind of thing? Yeah. I mean, we'd do, this week is monster week, or, this week is werewolf week. And, this session or these couple of sessions is the ghost arc. Like,
right.
And it's, there's enough, it's campy, it's silly, but like, I would, if you had put monster of the week up there, if you had put anything, I guess that all kind of is setting wise the same thing. It's modern horror ish, just kind of garbage TV horror. Like, and it's, yeah, it's just fun to play in, right? That's a fun sandbox.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah. And, and like, not that I've seen all of Buffy, but Buffy was often like a story of the week, but there was something that would tie the season together. But, so I could see, having that week to week focus and then having enough sprinkled across it to tie something bigger together.
Same with Supernatural, right? Like every episode, at least the early seasons, every episode was a monster of the week, but there was, looking for his girlfriend the whole first season, right? That was the whole thing. Sam's girlfriend. We got to find Sam's girlfriend. She got eaten by demons. We got to find her mom. She got eaten by demons. Like, no, we got to go kill the fish people. Like, like there was other stuff going on in the background. And that's how I would do it too. Is like, oh, okay, well, there's clues for the red necromancer in this setting, in this gymnasium. But, oh, God, that's such a fun one shot. I've told you guys about that one shot so many times. It's not even funny, but it's so good.
Yeah.
It's top 10 RPG experience.
Nice.
For sure.
All right. So that's all I have. There's two sort of follow-up questions I want to ask.
Yes.
Obviously I don't know everything you've played in. Is there one game that I did not include that would have been like a real, like straight to the top S, or like a really strong something that I just didn't know you played in that has always stuck with you?
I would have put, so like you start getting into like the weird little shit. So like Morkborg. I'd probably put Morkborg at like an A. Like that's just a fun, I mean, the setting's kind of hard to like actually get into. Oh, what's the setting? But like,
right.
But it's cool. Like it's black metal death. Like that's just fun to play in, right? Like it's Conan on antidepressants, right? Like it's or off his antidepressants.
I was about to say,
that one I'd probably throw in there. I think the only other one that I've played that I might throw in there is like the End of the Odd or Electric Bastion Land.
Okay.
And those would be like a solid B or an A, just as a probably more A for Bastion Land and B or C for End of the Odd. Like, there's not much of a setting there for End of the Odd.
Right.
But Electric Bastion Land, which is a book that's like 3 times the size. Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking weird. Like it's literally who's the guy who did Grand Budapest Hotel?
Oh yeah. Wes Anderson.
It's literally like Wes Anderson on drugs. Not that Wes Anderson probably isn't on drugs, but Wes Anderson on like really, really big, scary drugs universe. It's just wacky, like in the darkest kind of way, and I'm here for that.
I gotta say, like Electric Bastion Land, I don't know if that's ever jumped out at me, but like what I've heard about Mythic Bastion Land sounds incredible.
I don't know if I've even flipped through that one, but I assume it's probably just the medieval version of it. Yeah.
It very well might be, because I don't know Electric very well, but yeah, everything I've encountered with Mythic, and now I think he's doing a space one.
Interesting.
Yeah, like a bit of a space exploration. I don't know if it's space trucking, but I think that's the next place he's going with it. But so
they're just fun.
Yes, and And this has a lot of cool Mythic Bastion Land. I don't know if Electric Bastion Land does this, but Mythic Bastion Land has a lot of cool things where you and the player sort of generate the local world map, and then and it seems to really do a good job fleshing everything out and giving you a good campaign. And I like fantasy, whatever.
Yeah.
So the last question I was going to ask you is, looking at this tier list.
Yes.
If you had to suddenly take into account rules, what would be the greatest disparity? What would be like, this game had really great rules, but I gave it a B, or this game had really great setting, but the rules, we sort of hinted at it a little bit, but what would have the biggest gap if you were also separately tier ranking the rules?
So it's probably two that stick out to me the most.
Okay.
One is probably RuneQuest. And again, this isn't a knock on Spy Mithras, but RuneQuest itself, at least the flavor that I played of it, very clunky, very, there was a lot going on. So I would probably drop the rules down to like a C.
Okay.
But the setting is still really good. Like, I like the setting a lot. It's one of those where, again, my mind turns to the ever present. Why don't I just play Savage Worlds in this setting? Or why don't I just play Pathfinder in this setting? Like, excuse me, do you lose something? I don't know. But right. I mean, that's where my brain goes, is I could just skin this cat and put the guts of something else in it and stitch it together and have something pretty good.
Yeah.
Same with like Dragonbane's another one. Like, I think the rules are probably a solid A. Like, I like the Mutant Year Zero system. Same with Alien. You could do Alien and Dragonbane. Rules probably bump them both up. But the settings, again, Dragonbane, a little generic. Alien, not the best for anything more than a fun Halloween session or two. Like, as far as that goes. And everything at the top, because like I'm just looking at my S tier stuff, so I can't comment on the Warhammer Fantasy role playing game because I have not played it. But is it a 2d6 system or is it a d20 system?
It's a pretty complicated D100 system, actually.
Ooh,
it's pretty heavy, I gotta say.
Yeah. Okay, that would be. Yeah, I mean, given my kind of method to everything that I do, that might drop it. But
right.
But it'd be cool if it was used like the Conan system, which is that 2d20. I really like the 2d20 system.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Conan definitely stays up at the top with that cool 2d20 system, and then the other three games are Savage Worlds.
They're all Savage Worlds, so they're not going anywhere.
So they're not going anywhere. So
no
doubt.
Yeah, and I don't know what this says about me in some like Freudian psyche kind of way. I forgot to include the Cold War spy, the one eye.
Now, see, setting wise, I would have absolutely put that as an S tier.
Oh, interesting.
100%
okay.
would have. No,
even
no
without
bullshit
the weird.
Either. I would have. Even without the weird, I cannot emphasize to you how much fun I had with that game.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, really, really, really like a spy thriller. Really, really, really liked the storytelling and the setting. Just good shit. And who doesn't like 50s, 60s, 70s spy shit? Like, and everybody loves 70s spies, 60s spies.
Yeah,
everybody.
Now, I will say, spies. I can't take credit for the general plot of that. But maybe that's not the end of the world. You steal from the best. So there's a wealth of really good source material. And obviously I fleshed it out, but like some of the core elements, I took from one of the greats.
You take your plot points and what do we say? Take your plot points and then skin that cat and put it over top.
Exactly. All right. So there we go. We have successfully, and it's very important, we have successfully tier ranked stuff because that's what people do on the internet.
It is. Yes.
Yeah. Was there anything else before we start wrapping it up?
D8 is a C tier dice.
Interesting.
D8 is a C tier.
Interesting. Are any dice an S tier?
I like D10s. I like D10s a lot.
Nice.
I don't know. That's probably an A tier.
Okay. All right.
1d6 is probably B tier, but 2d6, we're getting pretty close to S tier. Give me that bell curve, baby.
All right. So with that, this has been Blacklight Trivia Night. I'm Art. Patrick was with me, and we are a tabletop RPG actual play podcast. If you're watching this, sometimes, once in a while, if you're watching this, you've found us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, notification bell, whatever you want. We appreciate everybody who checks this stuff out, everybody who's jumped in and subscribed. If you prefer audio versions of this stuff, just search for us wherever you get your podcasts. We should show up. We have a Discord if you want to jump in, chat about all this stuff. Otherwise, we should be back hopefully next time.
Next week's a little weird. I think we're doing Monday next week.
Yeah, but I think
it doesn't matter. It'll come out Friday or
it'll come out
like
the normal
does, but
so yeah, fingers crossed we'll get like another Season of Ghosts session in, because I'm really looking forward to seeing where that goes.
Yeah. I just had to have children or something today. Like, I just can't believe that guy.
I know,
I
right?
can't believe that guy. I mean, what the fuck?
The worst.
Family.
All right. So with that, Patrick, this was a lot of fun. And
yes, sir, it was.
Yeah, we'll be back soon. So take care.
Enjoy. Night, everybody.